Kaya, everybody, and welcome to our new council for the next 2 years. Congratulations to each and every one of you for either your new election or re-election back to the council for the next 2 years. Kaya kwaba kiji jinang nunda mangamang yuranga wadandi buja. Hello, good to see you all together on Wadandi Buja. Nalak Karich Wadandi Nunjang Jali, the traditional owner Wadandi Buja. We acknowledge the Wadandi people, the traditional custodians of this Wadandi country. I declare this meeting open at 5:30. Attendance is this next item on the agenda, councillors, and we have an apology from the Manager of Planning and Regulatory Services, Mr Matt Cuthbert, and we do not have any approved leave. So, councillors, we'll move into item 3, which is the election of the Deputy Shire President, and I will pass this process on to the CEO to conduct this one.
Thank you, President Jean Rice. I have received 2 nominations for the position of Deputy Shire President, a nomination from Councillor Tracy Muir and a nomination from Councillor Mel Daff. I would ask if there are any further nominations. There being no further nominations, I declare the nomination period closed at 5:32. That's right. We'll now be putting the names into spheres for a ballot process to determine the order on the ballot paper. Okay. Yeah. The first name on the ballot paper is Councillor Tracy Muir. And we'll do it anyway. And Councillor Mel Daff. So with that, the ballot papers will now be finalised, and while that is occurring, we do offer an opportunity for both candidates to present for 2 minutes each. So in the order of the ballot, Councillor Tracy Muir to speak first.
Thank you for the opportunity to present to everyone. I've had the opportunity to be in the Deputy Shire President role since April 2024, and during that time I have filled in for the Shire President for over really a number of months. I've opened different events, meetings, I've run ordinary council meetings, I've met ministers, I've chaired meetings with committees. As a former teacher and current teacher, I've developed a number of skills at giving presentations, making speeches and interpersonal skills. Because of this, I've received a lot of positive feedback about my performances and the opening of events, and some pretty challenging OCMs, which I've managed with calm and I think some diplomacy. That's ultimately ensured that the community feels recognised and heard, and that we have fair and appropriate governance. Over this time, I've seen the enormous load that the Shire President has, and we've developed a really close, supportive working relationship, which ensures that consistency, which is really important. In my time filling in for her, I guess I've also dropped some of my working commitments to ensure that I can give due consideration to the role, and I certainly can anticipate doing this in the future. This again ensures that our community gets the representation that they deserve. My approach is one of listening, building relationships and working together. I really strongly believe that all that we do here is about relationships. It's about the effectiveness of our relationships amongst council and our relationship and quality of relationships with the administration team. The last thing that our community needs is political infighting or divisiveness, and I really think we get the best outcomes when we work with those relationships. I firmly believe in working hard to build respect and trust to get the best outcomes for our whole community. And I guess the biggest affirmation of this approach is the election results. The community support my collaborative, positive style of leadership, and I would like to continue in that style into the future because I really believe our community and our environment deserve that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Muir. Councillor Darth.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to give a quick little speech. I have nominated for the role of Deputy Shire President for the same reason I ran for council. My aspirations are to see the council, Shire administration and the community perception and attitudes evolve so that we can all work better together for our common goals and a brighter future. We need a positive, proactive, visible, engaged council who are not only working constructively with the Shire administration, but collaboratively with the community. That helps the community become involved and informed in now a very important community consultations. I do have great flexibility in my businesses and other commitments, so I can offer great support to the Shire President and jump in whenever she's required, which I have done on a number of times over the last couple of months. Whenever they need me, I'm there. And I also receive great positive feedback from my involvement with those events. I see this role as possibly being a little bit more than just what statutory requirements. I see it as another great advocate and champion for the community and for the fellow councillors. I will bring courage, commitment and accountability to this role, and I ask my fellow councillors to consider voting for me.
Thank you, Councillor Darth. And now Ms Schiller will distribute the ballot papers. Ms Schiller will now collect the secret ballot papers. A reminder, this is being done as a secret ballot. We will now adjourn the meeting for 5 minutes to allow us to count the ballot papers. So. Councillors, the meeting now recommences at 5:45. And I now declare that of the two candidates for the position of Deputy Shire President, being Councillor Muir and Councillor Darth, that Councillor Muir was elected as Deputy Shire President for a 2-year term commencing today. Congratulations, Councillor Muir. And Councillor Muir will now make her declaration in front of the Justice of the Peace, Mr. Middleton. Thank you, and I now hand the chair back to President Jean Rice.
Thank you, councillors, and congratulations, Councillor Muir, and thank you, Councillor Darth, also for putting your name up. Okay, councillors, we now move to item 5, which is disclosures of interest. Do we have any disclosures of interest for this evening's items? You also have an opportunity at the time, if you wish, before we consider an item. My apologies. Councillors, item 4 was the allocation of seating of councillors by the CEO, and I've been advised and noted that elected members are already seated in their allocated seats determined by alphabetical order. So that is, for councillors' information, that is stipulated in our standing orders, which is our local law that guides our meetings. So that's already been done, so thank you. Item 6, public questions. Item 4.1 is response to previous public questions taken on notice, and you can see it on the screen there, but it is a requirement that I read this out. So Mark Murray asked the following question at the 24 September 2025 Ordinary Council meeting. Oh, he's gone. Brian, thank you. Thank you. Thanks. So on the 24 September 2025 Ordinary Council meeting, the question was taken on notice and a response is provided, which I will read out. Warren Hately wrote on the 19th of September that the Shire paid around $14,000 include GST last year to buy unmet carbon offset commitments. The Shire President's response was the Shire was hopeful at reducing this over time. I trust you are familiar with the article in the Times and the ratepayer cost. My question, given that I'm a firm believer that hope is not a plan, what is the Shire's plan to meet the carbon pledge commitments you have made? And the answer to that question is Shire corporate commissions have more than halved since 2021. The most significant impact on emissions has been through the Renewable Energy Supply Agreement for our key facilities, as shown by the drop in electricity emissions on that graph below that you can see in front of us. There are a range of actions to reduce the balance of corporate emissions contained within the Shire's Climate Action Plan. Shire officers are currently investigating options to address the remaining electricity emissions and streetlight emissions. The balance of emissions from fleet vehicles are in part subject to emerging technology, particularly for heavy vehicles. The electric vehicle market is changing rapidly, and the Shire has secured grant funding charging infrastructure to help facilitate the transition of fleet, which has commenced with light fleet options that are appropriate to use requirements. Every step we take towards reducing emissions is carefully evaluated to ensure it is financially sound and provides a robust business case. We're committed to making decisions that are both environmentally and economically responsible. We now move into item 6.2, which is public question time. Are there any questions from the public? Sorry, Mr. Mark Murray, please state your name and address. If you could just put the mic on, please, before you commence. Thank you.
Thanks, President, and welcome new councillors and returning. Just speaking back on that question, as councillors will note, if they look at that graph, 2024 details is clearly missing, and I would think that it should be there by now. So I'd like to see that re-answered with the 2024 information, or that 2024 information added and brought to the next meeting if that's achievable.
Okay, yep, well, Mr. Logan, would you like to, shall we take that on notice? Or Mr. Logan can answer that, thank you.
Through the chair, we are still working on the 2024 data. It should be pretty close. Some of the data is recorded in financial years, so it comes a little bit later in the year that follows. I'll see what we can do about bringing it back to the next council meeting. In lieu of that, we'll provide it to you as soon as we can.
Sorry, thank you. And I forgot to say Mark Murray, 57 Gardner Road, Quarrup. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Murray. Okay, and we will now go to item 7, which is applications for leave of absence. Are there any leave of absence applications, councillors? No? All right then. Item 8 is confirmation of minutes from the previous meeting, 8.1, the OCM on the 24th September 2025. We have a motion in front of us, councillors. Do I have a councillor to move that motion? Councillor Boland, Councillor Muir to second it. Councillor Boland? Councillor Muir? Okay, we'll put that to the vote, councillors. All those in favour? That's carried unanimously. Thank you. Item 9, deputations. We have none. Item 10, petitions. Are there any petitions, councillors, to present? No. Okay. And now we move to 11, announcements from presiding member, myself. Good evening, everyone. It is a real pleasure to welcome you all to our first council meeting of the newly elected members of council. Congratulations to Councillor Greg Boland, Councillor Tracy Muir on your re-election. And a warm welcome to Councillor Pam Winter, Councillor Joe Forte and Councillor Lisa Bell. Alongside Councillor Melissa Darth and Councillor Kylie Keno, we're ready to continue the important work of listening to and serving our wonderful community across the Shire of Augusta Margaret River. Last week, I travelled to Canberra for the Regional Australia Institute Summit and several meetings at Parliament House. The purpose of the trip was simple: to make sure the needs of our regional shire are heard at the national level. I met with Minister Christy McBain, who oversees regional development and local government and also emergency management for the federal government. I met with her to advocate for fairer funding models and recognise the strain that tourism places on our infrastructure and services, mainly in regards to the financial assistance grants that the federal government provides to local governments. I also met with senior officials from Federal Treasury to discuss the urgent need for more diverse housing options and better support for people experiencing homelessness in our region. Being the only WA local government represented in the RAI network, it gives us a rare opportunity to raise our voice in national conversations about regional growth and sustainability, ensuring the South West isn't left behind. It was great to return home just in time for the South West Development Commission board meeting, of which I'm a member, and the community engagements that followed in Augusta. Hosting the SWDC team here was a proud moment to showcase our beauty and potential of this wonderful region. As this new council begins its term, I feel optimistic about what we can achieve together, grounded in our shared commitment to community, collaboration and care for this special place we all call home. Item 12 is questions from members of which due notice has been given, and there are none. Councillors, we move into reports of committees and officer reports, and the first item on the agenda is 13.3.1, which is the appointment to the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee. Councillors, you can see that we have pre-filled this motion here, so can I please have a mover and a seconder for this one? Councillor Keno, and seconded Councillor Darth. Councillor Keno, do you wish to speak to this? Councillor Darth.
I'll just say that all the councillors that are listed here were very keen to participate in this committee, so I wish them luck and, yeah, well done.
Thanks, Councillor Darth. Yes, it's an important committee. Anyone else wish to speak for or against this item? Therefore, we'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimous. Thanks. The next item on the agenda is 13.3.2, which is the appointment to the Bushfire Advisory Committee. Again, councillors, we have a recommendation in front of us. Do I have a councillor to move that? Councillor Darth and Councillor Muir to second it. Councillor Darth?
Yes, just the same. These councillors all had interest and expertise in this area and were committed to this committee, so thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Darth. Councillor Muir?
Yeah, I do think this is a really important advisory committee, and I certainly look forward to, I know there's some changes afoot, and it will be interesting to ensure that we do get safety for our community and also protect environmental values.
Anyone else wish to speak against or for this motion? No, we'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 13.3.3 is the appointment to the Local Emergency Management Committee. We have a recommendation there, councillors, on the screen. And, yep. Okay, councillors, do I have a mover? Councillor Muir? Councillor Darth? Councillor Muir, do you wish to speak to that?
No, just as it's written, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Darth? Anyone else wish to speak for or against? Oh, Councillor Boland.
Oh, there's just a stray "and" at the end of that. I'd like that removed.
Oh, yes. Administrative correction. Thank you, Councillor Boland. If no one else wishes to speak for or against that, let's put it to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 13.3.4 is the appointment to Advocacy Committee. Councillors, we have a motion on the screen. Do I have someone to move that? Councillor Muir and a seconder. Councillor Boland. Councillor Muir.
Yeah, I'm pleased to see the members who have put their names forward for this, and I also think it will be great to have other councillors at the workshops and at the meetings, because we've all indicated a strong interest in the Advocacy Committee, so I look forward to that happening.
Thank you. Just
Just hold on for a moment and make sure we've got this correct, if everyone can look at this.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it was moved correctly.
Okay, so we're happy with this. The names that are in there. I'll just check my bit of paper. Hang on. Yeah, that's right. Oh, no, Bell, it should be. Okay, councillors, does someone wish to?
Have I got
That's-
the right one? Yeah, point of order.
Yes, councillor Muir?
I've just noticed we're missing potentially Councillor Bell. Am I? Okay.
Okay. All right, so we're happy with this motion in front of us, councillors? Yeah? Okay. Councillor Boland, do you wish to speak to it? No, thank you. All right. Anyone else wish to speak for or against this item? No, we'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Thank you, councillors. Councillor Muir? Okay, we will now move to 13.5.5, which is the appointment to Grant Committee. So again, councillors, we have a motion in front of us to consider. Do I have a councillor to move that, please? Councillor Boland, Councillor Keno. Councillor Boland.
Very happy for those people who put their hands up to do that work on that committee. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Boland. Councillor Keno. All right. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak for or against this item? No, we'll put it to the vote, councillors. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. The next item on the agenda, councillors, is 13.3.6, appointment to Behaviour Complaints Committee. We've got, again, a three-part motion here in front of us. And do I have a councillor to move that? Councillor Muir and Councillor Keno. Councillor Muir, do you wish to speak to that? No. Councillor Keno? Anyone else wish to speak for or against this? We'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Next item on the agenda, councillors, is item 13.3.6. Do I have a councillor to move? We need to insert some names. Councillor Muir, do you wish to move that with the insertion of councillors?
Certainly. I would like to insert the name of Shire President Julia Jean Rice.
Yep.
And Councillor Greg Boland.
Okay, councillor, sorry, as I should have said at the beginning, we've just got two parts to this motion. So, council, we're going to consider the two members of the RDAP first, and then after we've dealt with that, we will deal with the second component, which is the proxies. So, councillor Muir, thank you for moving that. Do I have a seconder for us to consider? Councillor Boland. Okay, councillor Muir, do you wish to speak to this?
I do. I think it's really important that we have the Shire President on this RDAP committee, considering that the items won't come to council. It's very important the Shire President is there. And Councillor Boland has experience and has expressed a really strong interest to be on the RDAP, so I support that.
Okay, thank you, councillor Muir. Councillor Boland.
Yes, thank you. I agree with that approach. I think we are into a different space now with the responsible authority reports not coming through the council. So I think it will be really important to have the Shire President there because these are major decisions affecting our area. I put myself forward. I'm currently a member, the only remaining member now that Councillor Binks has gone, and Councillor Earl is no longer on the council. I've had lengthy experience on DAPs. I was a DAP member up in Perth on a council I was on when they very first came in. I've been a DAP member here. And I'm very willing to attend the meetings in Perth because they're normally held in Perth. I think it's so much better if you are in the room. The only time I've done it remotely was from Chile, actually, when I happened to be there and had a midnight meeting because the deputies weren't, Councillor Keno and Councillor Earl weren't available. So had to do one from there, which had its limitations. So it's much better if you're in the room in many respects. So I'm fully intending to go to those meetings in Perth, which I have done on occasions, and I can see the difference between being there and doing it remotely. I've got quite a deal of experience in planning matters, as I'm just commencing now my 5th term in local government, and have dealt with many planning matters, so I have a lot of knowledge and experience there. I was just looking at the code of conduct of DAP members, and you are to, sorry, I had it right in front of me, act with due care and diligence, act honestly, ethically and responsibly, be open and accountable to the public, consider issues consistently, comprehensively, promptly and fairly, base decisions on relevant and factually correct information, treat others with respect and fairness, and uphold the highest standards of professional behaviour. So I will definitely abide by that code of conduct.
Okay, thank you.
You're trying to wind me up there, Madam President.
Yes, thank you, Councillor Boland. Okay, do I have anyone who wishes to speak against that motion? Okay, well, we'll put that to the vote then, councillors. All those in favour, please raise your hand. That's carried unanimously. Okay, thank you very much. Now, we will consider part 2 of that motion of the RDAP appointment, which is the other 2 members, the 2 proxies. So do I have a councillor to move with the insertion of names there, please? Councillor Boland.
Yes, I would move that Councillor Darth as alternate 1 and Councillor Bell as alternate 2. No? Oh,
Okay.
Someone doesn't have to accept the nomination.
Okay, let's check. Are you happy with that, councillors, of that suggestion? Councillor Bell and Councillor Darth? Just remember, councillors, once we get this motion on the table, we then have the ability to move an amendment if we wish to. So, Councillor Boland?
Sorry, can I make that? No, that's correct. No? I'll leave as is then.
Okay, so councillors, we've got that on the table, so we need to consider this. But once we've got a mover and a seconder for this, we can then consider an amendment if anyone wishes to. But at the moment, we're going to consider this. So, Councillor Boland, you move that. I need a seconder for this one we're considering now, please. Do I have a seconder for this motion? Councillor Forte. Thank you. Okay. Councillor Boland?
Yes, these are important positions as well because alternates are called upon, as I mentioned before. There can be times when you're down to 2 and even 1 very remotely. Councillor Darth has had quite a deal of interest in planning matters, and I believe would be a valuable addition to the people who are serving on the DAP. And Councillor Bell has lengthy experience in planning matters, and this is a development assessment panel dealing with planning, and she will bring expertise to work that needs to be done in this place.
Okay, councillors, thank you. Councillor Boland. Councillor Forte, do you wish to speak to that recommendation? No. Do I have a councillor who wishes to speak against this recommendation? Okay, right, we'll put that to the vote then. All those in favour of this, let's put that to the vote, councillors. All right, that's carried unanimously. We now consider item 13.3.8, which is councillor representation to external committees and groups. We have this pre-filled, councillors. Do I have a councillor to move this motion in front of us? Councillor Keno. And a seconder? Oh, sorry, Councillor Winter. Councillor Keno, do you wish to speak to this? Councillor Winter, do you wish to speak to this? No, that's fine. Okay. If there's no one else who wishes to speak against or for this, we'll put that to the vote, councillors. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. We now consider so that concludes the appointment to our committees. Thank you, councillors. We now move to item 13.3.9, which is list of payments for September 2025. We have a motion in front of us, an officer recommendation. Do I have a councillor to move that, please? Councillor Darth, and a seconder, Councillor Boland. Thank you. If no one wishes to speak to that, we'll put that to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 13.3.10 is financial activity statement for August 2025. We have a motion there in front of us, councillors. Do I have someone to move that, please? Councillor Bell, thank you. And a seconder? Councillor Keno, thank you. Councillor Bell, do you wish to speak to that?
No, thanks.
Councillor Keno? All right, if there's no one to speak against that, let's put that to the vote. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. We move now, councillors, into 13.4, which is Sustainable Economy and Communities, and there is no items to consider. 14 is motions from members of which previous notice has been given, and there are none. 15 is motions for consideration at the next meeting. There are none. There is no new business of an urgent nature, nor is there any confidential business. So, councillors, I close this meeting this evening at 6:11 p.m. Thank you, Mr. Murray, for your attendance. Thank you, councillors, for your input. Thanks.